Hey guys, it's Mark Cantor from South Florida Intervention, and I'm standing in front of a Cessna. Looks like a 185 seaplane. I'm always looking for an interesting place to do my video, so here I am. I just had a really nice lunch at Grandma Dot's with two great guys from Calusa Recovery, Will and Stuart. Great place for young guys that are trying to get sober. But anyway, so I wanted to talk just a little bit about my earlier post, which says the disease wins, or how the disease wins. I'm sorry, how the disease wins. And what do I mean by that? So the disease is a big, hairy monster, and it must be fought with courage and persistence and stick-to-itiveness and all of that. And I've worked with a lot of families that they come into things that they're hesitant. We work together, they get strong, their family member goes to treatment, they do really well in treatment, and then they come out of treatment and they relapse. And they become such a monster. The disease takes them over. It becomes such a monster. And the family at some point just can't do it anymore. They can't handle the threats. They can't handle the ongoing fights. They can't do it. And I think, I don't want to say they quit, but they just become so demoralized and discouraged that they throw in the towel. And I don't blame them for that. I'm not picking on families at all. It takes tremendous strength to be a family member of an active alcoholic or addict. But, you know, I've seen this, and this is what I mean about how the disease wins. So I worked with a family not too long ago, and it was a beautiful intervention. I could not be more proud of the intervention, how it went, and how good the family was, and the work we did together, and how far they came to get prepared for the intervention. And their family member went to treatment. He did really well there, was really grateful. They had a good family program. And the day he came home, he relapsed. The family allowed him to come home because he made a big thing about COVID-19. And even though I advised that leave him in treatment, he's much safer in treatment, because in treatment, there's not a lot of people coming and going. It really is a very safe environment. He's in much greater danger of being out in the rest of the world, running around every day. And they let him come home, and he relapsed the nest day. Sooner or later, I got an email, a text from the guy. I stopped talking to my family. I wish you never came into my life. All these things, which was a completely different attitude and different guy than the one we had the intervention for a month and a half earlier. It was really sad. And while I'd been in contact with the wife and the daughters and the sister, eventually they just stopped calling. And I think he terrorized them to the point in which they had no more fight in them. And that's really sad. And that's what I mean when I say the disease wins. It's just really bad. And, you know, the number one mistake was letting him come home from treatment, or letting him come home from sober living. People this is a person who had been to treatment 3 or 4 times, and people that have had multiple treatments, people that have had, multiple relapse, they need long-term treatment. And I had suggested long-term treatment for this person of a year or so. Look, if you can get it done the first time and stay sober on 30 or 60 or 90 days, great, more power to you. But once you start going through that second and third relapse, you need real long-term treatment. And I'm talking a year or so inpatient. So anyway, that's what I want to talk about today. Really beautiful out here in Fort Myers, Sanibel Island. I love airplanes, so this is kind of like a really opportune spot for me to be making this video. I'd love to hear your comments, any questions you have. You can always find me at southfloridaintervention.com. And my telephone number is 561-961-4033. I look forward to hearing from you, and thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.